Welcome, 2021 all hands meeting, Balanced Physical Therapy. First of all, I want to express gratitude, appreciation, and humility above all to each and every single one of you guys for essentially spending, what is arguably, most of your, waking hours, contributing to the lives of our patients, to the lives of each other, and to the driving force that is this company, okay? I'm deeply, deeply grateful for each and every single one of you guys. When we started to talk and started to get our ideas together for this meeting, I had a lot that I wanted to say, and our leadership team said, "It'll take 10 hours, dude." No. So what I did yesterday for most of the day was to take 17 pages of chicken scratch notes that I made on those yellow legal pads that I carry around with me everywhere, and I condensed it down to 5 pages. And I'm not going to talk about where we are today. I'm not going to talk about really where we've been. I'm going to talk mainly about where we're going, okay? Some of you are going to be along for that ride. Some of you aren't. One of the things I'm most proud of is this front row right here. Each and every one of you guys is moving through the continuum of your educations. You're gaining some knowledge while you're here, and you're moving on. You've got your sights set on your futures. And I was you. It's amazing to see you all here in the front row. And did they make you sit up in the front, or did you want to sit up? Yeah. So I've always been the front row guy myself. If I can get a front row seat at a class, at a lecture, at a seminar, I always do, because I want to be intently paying attention and I want to be engaged. So right on, you guys, front row. And nobody asked you to. You did it of your own accord, okay? I'm going to start, like I often do when I give an address like this, with a famous quote. For those of you that know me really, really well, I love to read. My wife's always after me because I've got books coming out of the wazoo all over the house, and she doesn't like it very much, but that's okay. As the late, great John F. Kennedy once said, "Those who look only to the past or present are certain to miss their future. Those who look only to the past or to the present are certain to miss their future." The vision script that I'm about to share with you all is not about where we've been. It's not even about where we are right now. It's about where I can see us going. And the reason I wanted to start here was more than 20 years ago, I saw this. I saw what's sitting here before me now more than 20 years ago. And we've been pushing in this direction for a long time. And I'm still looking out ahead. And I want to share what that looks like with everybody here today, because it's powerful. It's powerful to me. And hopefully when you understand what I see, you'll be a little bit more engaged, excited, passionate, purposeful, and powerful when you come to work every day. I'd like you all to listen carefully. And I want you to be open to possibilities with your mind and with your heart, because that's what this is all about. This was just a possibility a long time ago. And now look around you. It's a reality, right? And that's actually what I want to talk about, is creating your own reality and creating your own future by pushing in ways that you never thought possible, okay? When I started this company more than 19 years ago, I started with this one idea in mind. Let's go out and let's give to others what I've always enjoyed for myself and given to myself, which is a strong, fit, mobile body. Because without it, everything else in our life kind of fades into the background. Who's ever been broken in here? Like physically broken? Yeah, you guys saw me hobbling around in that boot for a couple of months. Most recently, that's just one of my bang-ups, but your life doesn't work, right? It just doesn't. It doesn't work the way that you want it to work when you're physically not able to engage the way you want to engage. And so, although the vision for balanced physical therapy has changed somewhat, we're still moving in the direction that I'd like to take us, which is bigger and better, to make certain that we're all up to the task of providing a treatment experience for our patients and a work environment for our team that is constantly getting better, okay? Whatever that means to you as an individual, but better to me means better able to serve us and the community that we're in, okay? Not one or the other, but both. Balanced Physical Therapy and Human Performance Center was founded on June 3rd, 2002. Now, if what I'm about to say is confusing to some of you, it's supposed to be. After 25 years in business, we've only been in business a little more than 19, but the rest of this talk is going to be about us being in business for 25 years, okay, the next 5, and where we're going. After 25 years in business, we've grown into a multi-specialty, multi-site outpatient physical therapy organization that serves the entire central coast of California. The reasons for our growth have been multifactorial, but at its heart, our growth has been driven by the entire Balance team. You guys live and breathe our core ideology. And some of you know what that is and others of you don't. There's a piece of paper circulating around. It's an old ad that we ran in some of the local publications. Our core values and our core truths. Core truths are why we exist as a company. What for? Why an outpatient physical therapy company? And our core values is what we need to live, breathe, speak, and be, and that's the most important part, be every single day, okay? STRONG, that acronym, describes who we are supposed to be being when we come to work every day. Because of our core truths and because of our core values, here's what I believe about our team. Impeccable character, you all have it. Extraordinary talent, mastery. Anybody know what mastery means? Mastery means you always look at life with a student and a teacher's mind. You can always learn something from anybody, and you can always teach something to somebody. That's what mastery is. I'm always a student. You guys, every single one of you in this room has taught me something. And I come to work every day with that attitude. That's mastery. We have a proven track record of excellence by embracing active lifestyles, positive attitudes, a servant's heart, and of course, top-notch clinical skills. The Balance team changes lives. Look around, you guys. I know you come to work every day and you've got your million things to do, and for therapists, you're looking at your caseload. Sometimes it's stressful, sometimes it's a little more than you'd hope. For the call center, you guys are getting barraged and attacked all day long, and you handle it with grace, okay? We're all sort of at these little mini wars every single day. But why? Why must we rise up to that? Because we're changing lives. That's what we're doing. Think about some of your patients right now. And I know the ladies up front, the teams in the back clinic, the Overwatch team, where's Maria? Wave your hand, Maria. Where are Maria? Thank you. Our Overwatch team. We've been changing lives through movement and through mindset for over 25 years. It's who we are, it's why we're here, it's why we're committed to serving. That's what we do. We're committed to solving problems for others, okay? Our mission helps us transform the world by graduating more capable patients who are able to go out and engage in their lives more meaningfully and with more purpose and with more power because they're able to move a little bit more freely or perhaps with a little less pain, okay? What a gift that is to give to people. It's tremendous. And unless you've been broken physically before, you really don't understand yet how powerful that gift is when you can give it to another human being. I'd challenge anybody to find a higher calling or a higher purpose than serving another human being. You know, doesn't it feel good to be able to serve people? It does for me. It always has. Why and how we've been able to grow to 10 clinics across the Central Coast has to do with our focus. What we focus on grows. If we focus on our pain, it grows. If we focus on our hardships, we end up going down a black hole. If we focus on our little wins that we have every day, you know what? We have a little more pep in our step. We're a little brighter. We're a little lighter. What we focus on grows. And as the founder of this organization, my focus has remained the same all these years, to serve, okay? To serve you right now, and to serve our patients, and to serve the communities, and ultimately to serve the world. Each of you has unique gifts, okay? Some of you may not even know what they are yet, okay? You have them. Every single one of you has them. And when you come to work in an organization like this, that's what we want you to bring. Those special gifts that you know you have, that perhaps you're quiet about, that perhaps you don't share with us, that perhaps you're embarrassed about, okay? That's what makes you special, that's what makes you unique, and that's what makes you a fantastic part of this organization because you bring something special, okay? Let it out, okay? If you're quiet about it, if you haven't shared it with the team, if you're holding on to it inside, let it out. Talk to our patients about it, okay? You're talking to yourself about it all the time. Why not get some perspective by sharing it with your coworkers, with our patients, with your friends, etc. Focus. We've grown to over 40 providers because we are, listen, joyfully service-focused on creating as much value for others as possible. Joyfully service-focused. I was trying to condense 17 pages into a microcosm. How do I get 17 pages of handwritten notes down into 2 or 3 words? Joyfully service-focused. Have fun. Enjoy yourself. Okay? Impart that to others. Life's so serious anyway, and everybody that comes through our door looking for us to help them, they're in a world of hurt most often. They're depressed, they're upset, they're frustrated. Some of them, you guys, are you and I know this, so incredibly financially broke that Maria and I get to decide on a monthly or quarterly basis if we have to send them to collections or not, okay? These people are having an extraordinarily hard time, and it's up to us as a group to lift them back up so we can graduate them out into the world to be more effective human beings, okay? So they can go out and have a positive influence and an impact in their life. Joyfully providing value. Some of you are kind of going, what does that mean? Huh? What does it mean? We're still growing after 25 years, and although the business often requires us to focus on productivity and on our numbers, all those are, and I'm speaking predominantly to the clinicians right now, the weekly one-on-ones, all that is a reflection of the value that we're providing in the healthcare marketplace. That's it, and that's all. They don't mean anything more than that. You know, as long as we're all focused on serving and creating value for others at the highest levels, we'll continue to be able to grow and expand our patient services and our career opportunities within this company. I'm going to say it again so that everybody understands where I'm going. Production, it's merely a reflection of the value that we're creating in the healthcare marketplace. Better numbers, all they're a reflection of is our ability to create value for people. That's it. They don't mean anything more than that, okay? When we do that, not only will we fulfill our mission to change the world one patient at a time, but we're going to provide a fantastic healing environment for our patients and a fantastic work environment for ourselves and for our colleagues, okay? I mentioned focus, and I talked about what we focus on grows. If that's left any of you wondering, particularly the front row, what should I be focused on? You know, where should I direct my focus? I'm going to share my opinion about that. The answer is pretty simple, and I can only speak to my experience. If you disagree with me, that's okay. It's totally fine. The answer is focus on yourself, and here's why. Forget clinical skills for just a second. Everybody's always worried about their clinical skills. Forget about documentation for a moment. We're always worried about our paperwork. Forget that for a second. Forget California laws and regs, for God's sake, forget that for a second. Focus on helping others get what they want. That's all. Focus on helping others get what they want. And if you help enough people get what they want, eventually you'll get to a place where you've got what you want, okay? It comes back to you. What do our patients want? What do our teammates want? What do you want? How about this? I read this to Miguel earlier, and I thought it was gonna make him smile, and he goes, yeah, I like it, I like it. And I'm like, dude, that's all? That's it? He's like, yeah, I like it, John. Okay, thanks for that. So, how about an exciting, energy-filled educational experience within which everyone feels cared for, listened to, validated, and guided to become the best possible version of themselves as an active human being? How about that? Simple, right? That's why we're here. Sounds nice, but how do we do it? And here's the deeper answer. What's the best way to create this energetic educational environment for people year after year, day in and day out? In my opinion, it starts right here. It starts right here. It starts right here, okay? When I said focus on you, here's what I mean by that. Start with your body. Who has control over your body? Yeah, right? No one has control over my body but me, nobody, okay? So, for starters, as professionals, we're here to care for neuromusculoskeletal ailments of our patients. That's why we're here as professionals, but as fellow human beings, we're here to change their lives. So why do we start with our bodies? For what? Our body is our reservoir of energy. It's where energy comes from. It's the housing of our mind. It's the impression to the world around us. It's the first impression to the world around us. And whether we like it or not, you guys can read all the literature you want about this. I've read exhaustively on this topic. First impressions are made within the first 30 seconds of seeing someone, and they're very hard to unravel, extremely difficult to unravel once they're made. It's an imprint on the brain in the occipital lobe, and there are lots and lots of meanings attached to it within 30 seconds. It's a measure and a reflection, I believe, of our own self-respect, and it's a weapon. It's a lot of things. It's the only thing I can think of that we take everywhere with us, wherever we go. Wherever you go, your body goes too, right? Yeah, it's kind of silly, but it's the way it works. Can't go anywhere without my body. Come on with me. Some of you might disagree, and I said that, and that's okay. Let me explain. Doing what we do day after day, year after year, it takes a toll. And one of the things that I never really speak about openly, because I don't want to worry anybody, but when I walk through clinic and I glance at people treating and I glance at people helping patients, I'm constantly worried about everyone's body mechanics. Constantly. You know, not because I'm worried that someone's going to get hurt, but because I know, like we all do as clinicians, that doing things repetitively a certain way that's not quite ergonomically effective or efficient, it chips away at us, just like any other repetitive stress or strain injury does. And if we want to last and have longevity in this career as manual physical therapists, we have to take care of our bodies, and we have to be mindful of how we're doing things. As a physical therapist, it takes a toll physically, takes a toll mentally, takes a toll emotionally, okay? How many of you guys feel like you got the life sucked out of you, when you walk out of an exam room sometimes? Yeah, every single one of us on occasion, right? And it takes a long process of building that mental and emotional resilience. As a business owner, take your pick. Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially, personally, and I can go on, but I won't. It takes a toll, a heavy toll. You've got to stay strong, and you've got to stay powerful, and you've got to stay mobile, and you've got to put your health and your wellness and your fitness at the top of the list, okay? It's important for a lot of reasons, but if you're gonna show up in your life powerfully, that's probably the simplest, shortest, most effective and efficient and simplest route to feeling good about who you are and showing up for your career, for your family, for your spouse, for your kids, for our patients in particular, that you'll ever do. It's probably the simplest favor that you could ever give to the world, is to take care of your body, okay? It's what we're telling people all day, every day. It's important. Balanced physical therapy, in my opinion, has always been, is now, and will always be a beacon of light for other people. And the best way, in my opinion, again, because it's just that, it's my opinion, to sustain that light over a lot of years is to be able to sustain our own personal joy. This may sound silly, and some of you might go, oh, you're blowing smoke. I don't feel yet, even after 20 years, like I've ever worked a day in my life, and I work a lot. But I feel like I'm on this mission to be joyful. How do I do it? And how may I recommend that you all do it? Take care of your body so that you can bring power and energy and passion to everything that you do, wherever you go, no matter what it is that you're doing. You show up differently, and we need to show up that way for our patients. Service-focused, providing service joyfully is what I would like to commit the future of this business to continuing to do. It's what we've always done, it's what we're doing now, and it's what I'd like to continue to do into the future. It will help us show up powerfully in the world right now, for our patients, for our colleagues, for our friends, for our communities, for our families, and for our kids at home. I can't tell you guys how much energy a 13-year-old, a 12-year-old, and an almost 9-year-old bring to you when you walk in the door after 12, 13, 14 hours sometimes, and you just get nailed with this power and this energy. And we've got to all build resiliency in ourselves so that we can help our patients build it in them, because that's really why they're here. To get stronger, to become more mobile, to be given a little glimmer of hope, to be told attaboy, to be told it's going to be all right, to be told I'm going to be your partner, we've got this, don't worry, I've got you. But if you don't got yourself, how are you going to get your patients? Okay? It's important. At 10 clinic locations and counting, Balanced Physical Therapy's dominant presence in the outpatient physical therapy marketplace that serves California's Central Coast has been led by a team that joyfully serves its patients with reasonable autonomy, with teammates who plan and execute their own work, and who all work without the impediment of overbearing management, stifling bureaucracy, or procedural red tape. Anybody who knows me knows I got the biggest pair of scissors you've ever seen to cut through red tape, okay? There's a lot of it out there. And when things need to get done, they just need to get done. Okay? You're nodding your head, you know. You know. Our team's growth on all levels has been possible because our organization encourages experimentation, innovation, mistake making. I've made a lot of big mistakes. I continue to make big mistakes. It's okay. We make decisions. If it's the wrong decision, we course correct, we move on. That's who we are. okay? And that's how you move forward. You don't wait till it's perfect, you just go. And the rate at which you can make those decisions is the rate at which you can get bigger and improve and continue to expand. Because you can look back quickly, see your mistake, and go, oops, that hurt. I'm gonna take a different path. And you can keep moving forward. The bedrock of this company, you guys, has always been, is now, and will for always be, and Joey's gonna touch on this a little bit later, service. Service to people, service to humans. Physical therapy, you know, I'm gonna be honest and bare my soul up here. A lot of our patients don't even know what we do. Huh? You're a physical therapist and you can do that? Yeah, I can. They don't know until they get here and we show them. Okay, serving people. We are constantly asking, how can we provide the best possible patient experience for anyone who arrives at any of our 10 clinics? Okay, who's been to In-N-Out Burger before? How's your experience been? Consistent. Good. You guys notice they're clean, they're crisp, they're smiling, they're happy. You go to In-N-Out Burger in LA, you go to In-N-Out Burger over here off of 101. Same burger, it's delicious. Okay, consistent. Everything is really, really well done, and it's simple. Okay, simplicity is beautiful, you guys, and that's what we're striving to do. We will continue to demonstrate that commitment by maintaining fantastic facilities, providing a variety of career opportunities, educational opportunities, and learning opportunities for our professional teams, our graduate students, our interns, our residents shortly, and anyone else who we believe we can serve at the highest levels. As I'm fond of saying, not as a mantra, but as a call to action, and the Overwatch team gets this from me every single day. I don't think I've ever missed a day. Let's go. Thank you for listening. Before I turn it over to the leadership team, I'm going to show you guys how this company started. A few of you, very few of you, have seen this book. I've never let it go. I've never thrown it away. I've never destroyed it. June 3rd, 2002, all by myself. That was what I did to schedule patients, and that was Balanced Physical Therapy Start. And this is how things start. And I'm not going to bore you with all the gruesome details, but that's where we started. And Joey and I were just laughing about this a minute ago. For those of you who think documentation is so arduous and so terrible and so horrible, this is one of our old OG handwritten charts where everything, and I mean everything, was done by hand. This is a prog note typed out longhand on letterhead without any clicky drop-down menus or anything, and had to fax to the physician's office and request it back for a continuation of an RX. So my point in sharing that with you is that change, it's going to happen. Whether we like it or not, it's going to happen. So the best way, in my opinion, for every single person in this room to continue to move forward in their lives, in their work, in their relationships, in their bodies, just to continue to move forward, whatever that means for you, embrace it. Embrace change, okay? It's not the end of the world, it's an opportunity to get better. It's an opportunity to see how much it can take, you know? I honestly, you guys, I don't know which of you were in this room when we decided we were gonna close 2019, beginning of COVID, but I actually had one of those moments where I went, you know, I had to sort of, you know, brace myself on the exam table because my knees almost buckled underneath me. Change, a big one. But look at us, it's okay, it's all right, okay? Thank you for listening.